Good evening. Good evening. I'm happy to be here like every Monday at 8 p.m. I'm going live, and the live that I'm doing right now is a series of little pieces about attitude. How great and how important it is to have a good attitude. And today I want to talk about the daily attitude because it's in every single thing that we do that we expect people to be a little bit better than they might be on times. I actually want to make sure that you understand how important your attitude is in your daily life. It's with your family, it's with your employees, it's with your partners, it's with whoever it is, your clients, obviously. But one of the things that I noticed for myself is that when I'm in a hurry, when I'm stressed, I might, I end up not always having the right attitude. And not having the right attitude can just have a negative effect on other people. And so I'm taking my kids as an example because usually my kids and the kids in general is a good practicing field, if I may say, because when you practice on your kids, you know pretty much if you're doing the right stuff or not. And I noticed that mine, I have twins, they're 16, and I noticed that I lose my patience quite often, and I realized afterwards, like, God, how could I have done that differently? Because that was not exactly the right attitude. So, how can I expect them to be having the right attitude with me if I'm not having it with them? And so, with your clients, it's the same thing. How can you expect that they are having a good attitude with you if you're not showing the example and have a great attitude with them? It's the same with your colleagues, it's the same with those that you work with. So, by looking at yourself first, it will help you to understand exactly what you don't like with others and that you would like to change for yourself. And when I was thinking of my kids preparing the life for today, I realized that I was saying very often no when my son is asking me something. Before even thinking, I'm already saying no. No, it's not possible. No, I'm not doing that. No, it's not. And the no is not giving any chance of a good conversation, of any chance of a good way of communicating together. So when you think about it and you're just getting conscious about it, you get to see and hear that as well when you are a client or when you are, you know, asking something in a shop and the owner is not having it. What do you get? No, we don't have it today. No, it's not possible. No, so, what if we could reverse that into something different? Why could we not say, for example, hey, you know what? I'll get that for you. Even if you know you cannot get it, I'll get that for you. Because by saying I'll get that for you, you'll find solutions. Your brain will start being creative. If, for example, you would say, sure, I can do that. Sure, I can help you. It will give the other person already quite quickly confidence in what you can deliver to this person. And even if afterwards you have to tell him that it is a little bit different than what maybe the person had in mind, but you still try to find a solution to help the person. So every time that you have the feeling of willing to say, no, I can't, no, it's not possible, hold on for a second. Just breathe for a minute and think, okay, let me just say, no problem. Sure, I can help you. That's great. Let me see what I can do. Let me take this. I have experience. I'm definitely find some solutions in this. And if it's not for now, I definitely will help you to make sure that it's happening for tomorrow. But always try to think a little bit back. How would like to be heard? How would I like to be served? You know, every time that you have that feeling and that you think about it, you most probably will have a better way of feeling what you need to do for the other person too. And if you don't feel it, then just think about it. Your brain is like a muscle. It's not, but it's like a muscle. You have to train it every time, all the time, over and over and over. But I would say if you don't want to test things out and try it out with your clients, do it at home. Do it with your kids. It's one of the exercises that I promised myself to start doing. And just say, of course, I'm here to listen to you. Yes, I can help you. And let me ask you. And then you ask the person a question to try to identify what the real need is and how urgent it is. And if it is as important as the other person is telling you, because maybe it's not. Maybe you just have the feeling that something needs to be done immediately. But even if the other person is asking for it, that doesn't mean it has to happen immediately. Or maybe it doesn't mean that it has to be the way that the person was expressing it. It might be a little bit different. So I think that's one of the things I want to give you today is really taking that no and change it into something like, sure, super, yes, I can help you. That's great. Let me think about it, but I'll definitely find a solution for you. Be positive. And I know that everybody who's listening to this might say, oh, yeah, we always have to be positive. You cannot always be positive. 90% of your brain is going to be negative all the time anyway. And today we're Blue Monday, right? So that means a lot of people start complaining about a lot of things. And what if it could be different? Because it's like a virus. If you're positive, you will make others feel the same way, and they will start to be positive as well. If you're negative all the time, it's just gonna put the negativity in the brain of others, and they will be negative with you too. So when a client is asking you something, start by breathing and saying, no problem. Yes, I can do this. And you do that with a smile. If a colleague is coming to you and asking you for something, and you have the feeling like, oh no, it's the same one asking me again something, and I really don't have any time for this person, what are you going to say? Back off. I don't have time for you? That's probably not the right attitude. You don't want to say yes because otherwise it feels like you have to say and do everything when you say yes. But it's not that much about the yes, it's the attitude. It's saying, you know what, no problem. Let me look into it. And then you go back afterwards and say, hey, listen, I looked into it, but for one or the other reason, I'm not going to give an example, but it could be that you have a reason to say that this is going to have a different time frame, or it will have to be done together with somebody else, or that you try to find out but that you need more information, or whatever it is, but it gives you time as well to look into things. So start off by saying, sure, yes. And if we don't have this in the house, I'll make sure that I can find a solution for you. Because only by that you will already create a lot more insurance. You will create satisfaction with the client, and the client will feel like he's been heard. And that is the one thing that is the most important. A client that feels heard and gets to understand that somebody's listening to him and somebody's willing to do something for him will get you a lot further than any competition out there. So think back again of what you think should be done. Breathe and then act. And then say, no problem. Sure, I'll do this. I'll make sure that I can find a solution. I'll go for it. Don't worry. I can handle this. It's all little words that you can use to show the right attitude. And by showing the right attitude, you can get everything done. Honestly. So I hope that for 2025, at least that's my intention, I'll be a lot more positive in my attitude towards people, not only for my clients, but also for my family and my kids. And I would suggest that you do the same, because the success that you have and that you can make is by having that right attitude. Last week, I was speaking about to treat your clients like millionaires. Well, that's the same thing here. When you treat your clients like millionaires, you want to say yes to almost everything that they're asking for. And if it's not a yes, it's at least by answering with, no problem, I can handle this, I can do this, I want to help you, I'll be there, this is super, yes, I understand, I hear you. All those little words that are really important to create your success in life, because by doing that, you will get a lot more in return from those that you work with, from those that you sell to, or from those that you buy from, than if you do the opposite. So for today, I want to keep it to that. Take that as an action point. Put in the chat what your intention is, how you want to take it. If there is an example that you feel like you don't know how to handle it, let me know, because then we can discuss it, or I can put it in the chat as well. But try it, because you'll feel a lot better with it, and I'm sure that you will get a lot more results out of it as well. All right? Take care, and I'll speak to you soon again, next Monday at 8 p.m. Bye.